Hello, dear professor. This is my homework. Is individual assignment 4, and this report is the homework, and this is student information, my information about my name, my metric numbers, my photos, and the questions I need to do with. And in this assignment 4, it has 2 questions. And you said that we need to choose one question to make a speech. So my choice is question 1. So question 1 also has 2 questions, A and B. So let me look at the first question of A first. If the company doesn't have an internal whistleblowing policy, otherwise the caller on the next appropriate or alternative course of action he can take. What are the advantages and disadvantages of this alternative action? So let me introduce the first question of A first. The question 1 tells about a story of focusing on an anonymous former student who called the professor seeking advice on the issue of his company's CFO providing false financial statements to a bank. The article question 1's article describes how the former student's company was experiencing severe cash flow shortages, and at a recent meeting, the CEO and the CFO of the company intentionally submitted financial statements to the bank that reflected sales and accounts receivable. The former student learned of the incident through an interaction with an accounting clerk and realized that this was a clear case of fraud. The article also covers the former student's doubts about the need to disclose these financial misstatements to the outside world and seeks professional advice. So we move back to the question A. This is the question A's answer. If the company doesn't have an internal whistleblower policy, I believe that the caller can take appropriate or alternative actions to report directly to a regulator to seek legal advice to protect his or her rights. And the second one is to disclose the information to the media by anonymizing the information. And it also has the advantages and disadvantages. The first advantages is protecting personal interests. In some cases, anonymous reporting can reduce the risk of retaliation. The second one is directness. Reporting misconduct to regulators or the media can increase public awareness. The last one is promotes harmony, helps expose wrongdoing, and provides justice for victims or those affected by misconduct. And this is the disadvantages. The first disadvantage is cumbersome process. Successful whistleblowing needs enough and reliable evidence. Reporting to a regulatory body can involve lengthy investigations and complex legal procedures. This can be a major challenge for individuals. And the second one is riskiness. Whistleblowers may risk career damage, social isolation, or lawsuits even if the report is made anonymously. There is potential for identification and retaliation. That's why I think that if there isn't an internal whistleblowing policy, callers should consider reporting to external external bodies. This include industry regulators, law enforcement agents, or the specialized whistleblowers hotline. This approach has advantage. It provides an independent aware of review. This reduces the risk of bias in internal handling. It may it may enhance public trust in the company through handling. Impartial handling. It also helps ensure that the company complies with the law and industry norms. This protects the public from misconduct. However, this approach also has its drawbacks. Whistleblowers may face personal and professional risks. This include professional retaliation, progressive breaches, and legal consequences. The processing times could also be long and complex. Scholars should carefully vet these factors when choosing to report externally. They may need to seek legal advice to protect their rights. And this is question B. This question is recommend steps to be taken to establish an internal whistleblowing policy in the college company. So the answer is, in order to establish an internal whistleblower policy at the college company, I recommend the following steps. The first step is protect the safety of whistleblowers. This is necessary and the most important thing because whistleblowers can be exposed to dangers such as retaliation when they make a report. Therefore, I believe that the protection of the personal safety of whistleblowers is of primary importance, and legal aid can be provided to whistleblowers if necessary. And I think it's necessary. The second step is to develop a whistleblower policy guide. Tell people what behaviors to report and what the reporting process is, and how it will be handled after the report is made. The third step is establish an establish an anonymous reporting channel, establish a legal and self-reporting channel to ensure that employees can report misconduct anonymously and be protected from retaliation, thereby reducing the risk of employees not reporting for fear of the retaliation. The fourth step is training and awareness. Regularly train employees on the whistleblowers policy and have every employee read the company's whistleblower guide to improve their understanding of the internal whistleblower policy and their ability to recognize the misconduct. And the next step is multi-channel. In addition to traditional letters and phone lines, introduce digital tools. For example, use encrypted online submission platforms. This will increase accessibility and anonymity. Anonymity. The next step is transparency. This includes a detailed description of specific steps and deadlines for the whistleblowing process. It covers acceptance, initial assessment, investigation, feedback of the results, and follow-up. The seventh step is confidentiality measures. Adopt encryption technology to protect electronic reporting information, strictly limit the scope of people who access the information reported. This ensures the safety of the identity and information of the informant. The next step is comprehensive. Is the comprehensive anti-retaliation measures. Clearly define retaliation, set up a monitoring mechanism to track the follow-up of the report. This ensures that whistleblowers are not subject to any form of adverse impact. And the next step is oversight. Regularly review the effectiveness of the whistleblower mechanism, collect feedback, make improvements to issue the policy is up to date, adapt to changes in the internal and external environment. And the last step is active participation. The active participation of senior leadership. Senior management, their commitment through personal involvement in training and awareness raising activities. So through these measures An internal whistleblowing system can be established. It will protect the whistleblowers and effectively address misconduct. So that's all about the question one, and that's all of my presentation. So thank you very much, Professor, and goodbye, Professor. Thank you very much.